Hello, very good evening to you. This is Sunday. It's Sunday the 12th. Sunday the 12th of July. A very, very good evening to you. It's 7 o'clock here in Spain, 6 o'clock in the UK, and whatever time else in the world, wherever you are. A very, very good evening to you, and welcome to the show. My name is Phil Griggs. I'm the host of the show, and I work in astrology, mediumship and hypnotherapy. And we've got a lively show for you tonight to tell you everything that's going on out there. Out there. Yes, out yonder. Welcome to the cafe. I hope you like our little background here. Yes, the background. This is a cafe, Cafe Clairvoyance. And yes, let's have a little cup of coffee. A little cup of coffee, a nice show, and let's just enjoy ourselves. So, okay. See you folks in a wherever my little oops, come out the way there. That's it. I'm just looking for my little intro. There it is. There's my intro music. See you in a second. Well, I certainly hope you've had an eventful weekend, to say the very least. Lovely to see so many people who are online already. Hello, Lydia. Very, very good evening to you. I hope you're well up there in England. So to Susanna. Hello, Tonya. Good evening to you. Very good evening. And, oh, crikey, everybody's on tonight. Even Paul, and also from the producer herself. So I think we need a little bit of this for you guys. How's that? And good, let's just go on to silence. Okay, loads to tell you, loads to discuss with you guys, and love a bit of feedback from you. Tell me how you're feeling, your thoughts, and anything you'd like to share during the show this week. We'd love to hear from you, and so much more information to tell you too. So, what's been going on this week? Okay, so through the shows this week, going back to Tuesday. Tuesday was a very, very interesting show. Had our good friend Chris all the way from the USA. We did a quite a lively show, to say the least, and it was interesting to see how many of you guys here. It was quite interesting. All the watery eyes as Chris was singing your songs. Oh my goodness, and the readings there as well. So it's lovely. And thanks to everybody who joined in on that to make it a very special show. We actually came back on again afterwards for another 20 minutes or so, just for some gossip and chit chat. So that was eventful. And then on Wednesday as normal, which was the astrology show, the Cafe Clairvoyance Astrology Show, which was starts at 11 o'clock on Wednesdays over here in Spain, 10 o'clock in the UK. And that was a very interesting show. As always, it is with Guillermo. And very much talk about the present climate astrologically. So I'd also like to start off the show introducing that too. Just like to say hello to you guys joining this evening. And Carmina says hello. Hi guys. And Sally Mardell says, hey, hey Sally. And we got Paul saying, hola. Paul's turning Spanish. I can tell that now. So something psychically just tells me here he started to turn a bit more Spanish. And Tonya, I believe, is in down south in Spain. So lovely to welcome you to the show too. And also during the session here, we also got live mini readings. So if you like a little live reading, then it's good to that. We also pick on you every now and then and just do a little, tell a few cards for you, even if you're not asking a question, just to cheer you up. Yes, give it a little sprightliness. Now, let's start off the show first of all. And I would like to ask you guys, primarily here, how have you been feeling? Good evening, Nikki. That's good, isn't it? How have you been feeling? Good evening, Nikki. That's nice, and that's a good sentence. That's a good question. How have you been feeling? How have you been feeling? Yes, nice, positive, or like, what's going on, man? What's going on? Or are you feeling a little bit anxious? And it's interesting here talking to a few people during the week that they felt that, don't know what it is, couldn't explain it, but there was this sense of, and I picked it up as well, a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stuff coming up here. Where it's presenting itself in some respects. And this was quite interesting talking to people. Let me know how you feel about this. If you're feeling the same. Yes, why am I feeling so angry for? And why to do this? It's interesting. astrologically here. Oh, Sonia Bombo comes on, and from Ola from Batford Springs. Now, Batford, I think, is that in Bedfordshire? Batford? I'm not sure. Maybe it's somewhere else. It's probably somewhere else, miles away on the other side of the world somewhere. Anyway, right. Okay, so what I wanted to discuss with you, how you been feeling. This week's been a bit of a roller coaster of emotions. Yes, it's yes. And Susanna says, yes. Oh, okay. It's near Harpington. Those many things the other side of the world. And look, you're all saying hello to each other. You're so social. So social. Wonderful people that you are. Anyway, let's just come back to Nikki. She says here, this week's been a bit of a roller coaster of emotions. Now, interesting enough here, would you understand this if I put it into this terminology here, just to talk you through this, guys? I mean, even if this week holds up to bring up a few emotions and things like this here, would you understand a lot of these things you've been going through are just climate stuff out there? Would you understand this? And would you understand perhaps there is this emotion that we respond to, and then we put it to something? Would we be aiming in the right direction, Nikki? Would that mean anything to you? Yes, perhaps. So emotions come up here, maybe people, dramas, anything like this, but would you understand the emotions are not, it's your response to them, but they weren't necessarily your emotions? Would that make sense anywhere at all, by any chance? Yes, says Nikki. Yes, it is. Yes. Now that's interesting, isn't it? Because the eclipsed moon, we've had 3 eclipses being thrown in our direction. Our direction here. So it's been quite interesting, isn't it? So you had these energies, had these eclipses, which have been, always what eclipses do is they bring up stuff. Now, you would say here, yes, but one of the eclipses was over a month ago. Well, that's what eclipses do. Eclipses bring things up at the time, but also they bring things up a month exactly after the date. So sometimes we then deal with stuff and then try to put words to emotions and things, going, what's going on? Why am I feeling like this? Why is life so weird? Well, it's just let it come and let it go. If that makes sense to you, let it come and let it go. Because the emotions there are, in a sense, are not yours. Yes, you're responding to them, but the issues, the feelings out there are pretty external, if that makes sense to you. That makes sense to everyone. And yes, so it's been one of those funny weeks. And sometimes we're feeling these energies, and we think, oh my God, my life's wrong. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just going to clear my green screen in a minute. My dog has come in. He's just moved my screen. There you go. I think there we go. Right. Okay. So, yes, sometimes we're dealing with those particular feelings, those emotions there. And it's interesting, as I was talking through the week to people here, they were just saying it just felt strange. Why did they feel unsettled for? Why did we go and snaps at everybody? Well, that's a little bit of this energy we've been going through. But it's changing. Slowly changes. Okay, so that's what I want to bring for you guys, first of all, here to say here. And, okay, so some of you are giving here. Susanna says, yes, definitely. Excuse me. Coffee's needed quickly. Right. Paul says, been tempted to tell a few people to get lost who I can normally deal with. Now, isn't that interesting? Interesting here. Paul, I totally understand that sometimes we're feeling this. Now, would you understand here is what they're doing, their emotions, what they're bringing up. And sometimes if we, and we're responding to this stuff, we're getting this stuff thrown at us and thinking, why am I getting all this for? Why am I getting all this weird energy for? Well, sometimes we're getting it is because it's this eclipse. It's bringing up things. So sometimes, yes, good to just distance yourself. Yes, there we go. Right. Karina's laughing her head off. She finds this hilarious. Well, that's fantastic. And we also say, hello, Helen. And yeah, this is nice, isn't it? Anyway, so let's move on a bit. Let's go and have, I love my coffer. I think she means coffee. How I love my coffee. I love your little statements here. Kamina, you're hilarious. There you are laughing there. And now, here we got this. How I love my coffer. Yes, okay. This is coffee, by the way. I don't know what you're drinking, but if it's called coffer, we all know what it is. So, astrologically, let's have a little look here about what's going on and why the energies are doing this. Okay, so if I go and dig out my little astrology chart, I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Here it is, jolly good. There's my astrology chart. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit in size. If I can find to do that, it should do that somewhere. Rather than have to get me... Come on now, Mr. Astrology Script. Let's move you around a little bit. Anyway, if I come to this side a little bit, they're probably easy there. Normally it shrinks down. Now, you look at this, go, okay, that's nice. What does it all mean? Well, it's just to give you a little bit of an insight what's going on here. But if you look up the top of the screen up here, we've got the sun up in Cancer. Sun up in Cancer. And that's a lot to do with intuition. It's a lot to do with like... family, but it's also to do with a lot of emotions, the deep emotions that we sometimes go through, and okay, which is normally fine. It's normally fine here. It's all normally always when you come into summer times, we think about travel, holidays, going away, families, friends, and things like this. But the sun's come under a lot of challenge to everything which is over in Capricorn. Doesn't mean to say the Capricorns are to blame for this. No, they're probably reflecting this as well. They're going through their own thing too. But we've got right down the bottom of the chart here, as you can see, just get my figure here down the bottom of the chart, down here somewhere. That's it. We've got Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn. They've all been going around. They're all now back in Capricorn. And Jupiter here expands things. It makes things look bigger than what they are. So when we have a difficulty or a conflict, it actually looks bigger than what it is. But then what happens is, this is going to happen the next few days. This is to give you guys some insight here, insight into why we may be feeling a little bit like this, and sometimes how we could deal with this and manage our lives a lot better and just see what's going on. The sun in Cancer wants everything to be fine and everybody to be together and everybody to be right. But the only thing is, Jupiter and Pluto are saying here, yes, that's nice, but we've got to deal with things. Jupiter spotlights and highlights what the problems are. Now, what we're going through here, we're going through a change in tradition. So you know what it's like here at any time. You only have to go and talk to your grandparents when rock and roll came out and they thought it was the most vile thing going, and actually they're probably into it anyway, rock and roll years, but even well, your great grandparents, whatever, and they probably thought that this particular time period was absolutely crazy. But then punk rock came out, and then everybody then, your parents then thought this was the most terrifying time of their lives, and what the heck was going on? Secretly, your dad was pogoing in the bedroom, by the way, dancing to the Sex Pistols, but then suddenly dancing out going, this is shocking, everybody, shocking, but loving it really. Anyway, so we got a change of tradition coming up, and this is where sometimes some conflicts are coming up, because some people are going to go for a change of tradition, other people are going to say, don't know how to do this, don't really know how to do this. And Jupiter says it's going to expand it, make it very bright. So it really is in our faces here. When we see governments changing, rules changing, and things like this, Pluto is the planet. Interesting enough here, the sun comes into opposition here. Sometimes what comes into this here is you get the sun opposite Pluto, and Pluto's been a planet responsible, or actually it's the planet associated with COVID. Now, so Jupiter and Pluto together got to spot this even more. So he's going to come up even higher. So what we see recently, we've all just come out of the public domain. We've all been let loose. We've all been going out, traveling around the world to go and meet different people everywhere. And then all this information comes out saying, we haven't got good news yet with COVID. We haven't got good news. This is over done with. In fact, if anything here, things are like to get a little bit bigger. People are talking about second waves. People are talking about information here. We could well find information relating to this coming up. But also, personally, we are going through a transition of change. For example, so many friends around us, other people here losing jobs, having to restyle, change their lives. Find people losing homes, unfortunately, people not being able to pay their bills. So this is coming up and making us feel very uncomfortable. But we've got to go through the process of change. If we resist to try and stay in the past, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The energy here is to say here, Pluto especially says here, I'm here first of all to be the lightning tower, or the it's almost like the old building that gets knocked down by the great big crane and the steel ball that whacks the building down. But that building was so nice. But then what we build in a place is something springy, cleany, new, because it's tradition, isn't it? It's tradition in that sense here. And so Pluto comes along and says yes, but then what ends up is sparkly, and really it does. So we just have to go through change, see this, that it gets a little bit more sparkly. However, However, all this energy here, I'm saying, but this is creating conflict somewhere. Well, yes, I guess it is. Saturn is the interesting one that's coming up. Then we're going to have a power play. There's going to be a power play that comes up. So, for instance, authority trying to tell everybody what to do, but it's in opposition. So this is like a force. It's like we're being forced to do something. And maybe this is the greatest of times to be forced to do things. And we go through this energy, but it's changes in tradition, changes in security, changes in the old way structures, the way we used to lead our lives. This is all changing. Saturn here is saying, interesting here, is that especially if you're looking at buildings, work, governments, anything in power, watch things change very quickly over the world stage coming up over the next few weeks. Why is this all coming up? Why is it coming up here? Well, because Saturn's just been backtracking, it's gone back into Capricorn, and that's part of the reason why. And it was in Aquarius, it's just gone back into Capricorn, so all this authority stuff starts coming up. And sometimes we don't like it, but it's about tradition, change, responsibility. The good news. Okay, there's got to be some good news. Of course there is some good news. Right up the top of the chart, 5 degrees of Cancer is Mercury has now stopped going backwards. All this confusion, all the energy relating to Mercury stuff to do with travel, communication, getting news across to people, being able to travel, not being able to travel. This stuff is coming in now. So now we're going to be able, you're going to find here that it is going to start a little bit more easier. Venus over in Gemini is your friend. Now you're saying, my friend? That's very nice. Yes, you've got a friend. Ah, yes, of course you have. Well, the reason is because Venus in Gemini is about relating to people. And it's also been making a very positive link over to Mars. Mars here, interestingly enough in here, is going through a bit of a revolution. But what we need now are our positive friendships around us, the people who understand us and people who can put things in the right dimension. Then we're in a good place. So hopefully that makes sense. It gives a little bit of light here to what's going on and why we're feeling these crazy, crazy energies and sometimes wondering what's going on in our lives. It's this energy of the sun going through Cancer opposing Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn. They're all pretty close together, but it's once this is past it, we're talking about the next sort of 9 days. Once you're past this, you think, is it going on forever? No. You'll find here that we're given the opportunity here to change, to move on, to see our lives change a different way. Once we do, it'll be far better. Anyway, right, so enough of that. You're thinking, okay, thank you very much. Enough of that. Now, let's come on to other things here. That's it. Off you go. Jolly good. Now, what are you all saying here? Now, it's interesting here as well, because what's going to come with this energy as well, and actually the producer, Deborah, is saying here, true colours showing with people. Yes, absolutely. People should be very careful about throwing stones from glass houses. And, right. Carmina says, amen, you're so right. So, yes, it's about people showing their true colours. And sometimes here, as Paul was saying earlier on, he says here, does the comet that's passing through affect things? Yes, it does. Very interesting. It's all around for July, closer to us than the sun, apparently. Yes. Now, that's another interesting aspect here. But as soon as you get a comet coming through, it puts a ripple in the waves. And things change a little bit. So, yes. So, yes, if we have those times through this week where we're going in, we feel like there's been a conflict coming on here. Sometimes be mindful what it is that you're being asked to change or to move on from. A bit like the old building structures coming down and new ones coming up. What we got to look here is, what response do you want to give this? Do you want to give this any attention? Do you want to give this any attention which is going to benefit you? Is there something here you can learn about? So it's knowing this, stepping back, almost like rather than participating on the running track, we sit on the benches and watch. I think that's always a good idea to do things. Right, okay, apologies in advance if we have any technical issues or mighty storm passing overhead. It's sunny in Luton, yes. Yes, okay. And Sally says, I hope it heads down to us. We'll ask it. We'll blow it that way and see what happens. Yes. Okay, so that's pretty neat there. So that's where and the producer he says, press those hearts and share the love. Share the love. Okay, so let's give you guys a little bit of this. It's very interesting, actually. The show we did, because it's always a matter on timing and hours and stuff. Yeah, the show we did on Tuesday night had people coming in from New Zealand, which was fabulous, and also from America. In fact, some of you here are from America today. Yes, welcome, you Americans. Lovely to see you. Okay, right. Now, just let you know what's coming on next week. Next week's going to be very interesting. I've got an exceptionally good friend of mine. She's so talented. She'd say, oh, shut up, just get on with it, she'd say. And but she's exceptionally talented, very gifted medium. I thoroughly enjoy sharing the show with her. We have so much fun and so much laughter. I don't know who laughs so much. Us two or you lot, but if you're all laughing the same with us, and magic. But yes, we go through the show with all sorts of issues. Well, it's technical issues. Say, can you speak up? Can you shout? Whatever it is. But anyway, this is Helen Grady.
Hello, my name is Helen Grady and I'm a spiritualist medium. I'm a regular guest on the Tuesday evening spiritual show at cCafe Clairvoyance. As well as being a regular guest, I also watch the show every Wednesday morning and Sunday tea time, as I find the show very informative, good interaction and mainly good fun. Thank you.
That was her in a formal sense. When she's on the show, she's a natural sense, which is completely balmy, to say the least. And but we do balmy. We do balmy things here, so that's nice. Anyway, so that's coming up on Tuesday. Tuesday, which is at 8 o'clock in the evening in Spain, 7 o'clock in the UK. I have to think next, we just changed our times. Just to remind you guys here that changed there. Very lively. We do all the mediumship there and we get messages across. And I must admit, I find it absolutely amazing how we do these. Well, it sounds like I'm bragging here. I'm not. Definitely not here. But I always used to think here, to work with clairvoyance here is to, you always need to see the person, hear the person, or something like that. But here we work completely blind. We just see a thumbnail, which half the time is a picture of something else. I mean, apart from this picture here, as you'll see with this thumbnail, everyone else has like a silhouette on them, like a flower or something like this. But this is Paul, and that is actually what Paul looks like. That is his real image, the honey monster there. That really is him. When you meet him in the street, you'll see him he'll be just like that. It's amazing. Anyway, so yes, even the producer says, lovely lady, amazing spiritual medium. Isn't that nice? How nice. How nice to have Helen on the show. Such a wonderful spiritual medium. Yes. Here's a little hoot to Helen. And to you guys, let's give you a bit of this. Just give you a bit of this. Ah, dear, dear, dear. And I just want to find out what the producer's up to this evening. Well, there she goes. She's off running. She's getting ready, and we can hear. That's it. We can hear your. That's it. We can hear your reading materials coming through, your questions, things like this, and it's absolutely lovely. Fantastic. Okay, so press those hearts and share the love. Okay, if we're coming up to that time in the show, here. Oh, aren't you nice? Totally lovely lady. Yes, she is. And one day we'll get her sharing here with me. That'll be fun, wouldn't it? She'll pop in and say hello. Yes. Okay, right. Now, it's getting time to show here. We want your questions. We want the shows there. We want a colour and a question. I think Camelia said up there earlier on, she said here, colour orange. Yes, that's nice. Just writing out there, colour orange. But we need a question as well. So Paul says, thanks, mate. Yes. So we need a question as well. Oh, wow. We've got a horrendous storm crossing overhead here. So, yes, bear with us. Right. Okay. So, okay. Guys, if you've got any questions, just let us know. We're ready for you. In fact, even as I'm working here at the producers watching the storm. Oh my goodness. Yes. So let's start here. Let's start doing your readings. And just to let you know here, during this part of the show, if any of you haven't seen this before, what we do is we just do random live readings. Whoever comes up on the feed, we just pick up on you, and we turn a few cards, and we get things going that way. So if you like a question at all, absolutely anything at all, one colour, one question. We'll know your name because it comes up on the feed, and we can relate to you then. So is that okay? Okay, sound good? Sound good? I think it does. Yes. Okie dokie dokie. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards here because I think someone came up already. In fact, let's have a little look here. Let's have a little. In fact, whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to use the cards here just to relate to the energy astrologically here, and let's just see what comes up here. Right, let's see what relates to astrology that's come through. Yes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Look at this. My poor tomato plants. Yeah. I've got to say to you, actually, it's a little bit on the funny side, but it's difficult as well. My dad's got Alzheimer's. And so he doesn't really see things as clearly as what they used to be. But he decided to go and do the gardening. And whilst doing the gardening, he decided to go Tributal. Only to find out that when my mother comes screaming out into the garden, oh my God, I forgot my tomato plants. And so that was hilarious. So my dad chopped down the tomato plants, thinking they looked a bit untidy. So there's no more tomatoes this year. At the end of that. Okay, right. Tonya says, Blue, the daughter. Okay, the daughter. Okay, we need a question with the daughter. Yellow, Nikki, I need a question. A question, not just yellow. Also, I'm just going off on a tangent that you probably don't want me to go on. You're probably there going, don't talk about that bit. Don't talk about that with everybody. It's hilarious, isn't it? Anyway, yes, I'd rather do something special if you like that. Now, Kamina, you put up there just to get your details there. Where are you now? So look here. Bless him. Yes, bless him. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So, yes, my mother's poor tomatoes have disappeared. All right, let's have a little look here. Let's have a look. I'm just shuffling the cards, and I'm going to stop right there. Let's have a look. Just pick up at this astrology element that's coming through. Nikki. You've got the idea. Is there a job change? So she's gone with the colour yellow. And is there a job change? Well, just before I do that, let's have a look at the energy this week. The energy this week here is positive. Is very, very positive here if we start looking about being open, free, and in our own power. If we start relating to everybody else, that's where the blocks come. So this week, astrologically and through the tarot, is saying here, be open to new beginnings, new starts. You'll lift yourself up, live in your own power, live in your heart. Live in your heart here. So, Nikki, let's come to you first of all. You've gone to the colour yellow, and let's go with colour yellow. Is there a job change? Right, I can take the glass off. I feel the energies here, I feel the spirits here. And I've got a lovely lady here who wants to come through here. And as she's talking to me here, she wants to let me know here, she says that she can't form her words properly. Because I get the feeling here that before she passed over, there was something wrong with her mind, and this may well have been through a stroke. So a stroke here. But she wants to relate very closely to you, and she wants to have a laugh and a giggle with you. Now, I'm also picking up here to say she was fairly old here, but she doesn't want to say too old. She's almost like nudging me saying cheeky. But as I'm just going to get more information from her as I'm talking to her, she's partly merging in me. She wants to talk about your granddad. She wants to talk about granddad. There's a relationship to granddad here. And I also want to, as I'm talking to her, I would like to say here too, that would you understand here that what I'm seeing here is you at one point, but where your dreams are further along. They're at a distant point here. So that she's telling me here to say to you, she sees what you're looking at where you want a job change. Yes, you'll get the job change. What you got though is time. You can see it. You're at one point, you're here and you want to see it there. It's not just there just yet, but it's coming. If you were to look at it and say what sort of time period we're looking at, I would say here for about late August, September, but probably the real beneficial time here is going to be November. You're thinking that's miles away. No, it isn't. You're making too much fuss. And she says, don't tell me I'm making too much fuss. Anyway, right. The reason being here is because the energies at the moment here say, yes, I do feel you're going to get a job change here. But I also pick up though, this lovely, lovely lady who's talking to me. She says here that They also tell me about other family over here as well. Yes, for which we all got family over there, I know. But she's telling about other family over there, and there's a celebration coming up very soon. She was telling me about a celebration because she got a cake. So it's a celebration cake, and she also would like to say to me here. She says, There's a job coming up in front of you, which has been fairly similar to the job you're doing, but there's a bigger job coming. So that's why I've got two dates here. There's a date which comes up in August, says that you'll be offered a job which is fairly good, but the big job for you is around September. And if you were to take that job about November rather, and that one there is the one you're going to go, wow, I'm in my dream job. I'm in the best place going. She's also telling me here as well, again, and you're not going to like this, because the job you're going to is not in the area. So you may well consider a move. In your case, you're thinking, no, surely not. Oh, surely yes. Oh, surely yes. But it's all for the better here. They want to tell me here too, a surprise holiday, surprise trip, it goes away. And I don't know why I'm seeing, I don't know why I say this here, but I see loads of fruit. Wherever this you're going to, is loads of fruit. It's very tropical, whatever it is. And they're telling me here to say to you, this is something that's going to come in front of you. I think you'll be very, 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 very happy. Right. Okay. Right. 3 piles of cards. I've got the left, the middle, and the right, and I'm going to go for the left for you. Nikki, what I would say here is this particular job. Would you understand here that people have gone who were good? Some people have gone who were good. Would you understand here that the energy in this particular job you're doing has just gone dropped down completely? Yes, and actually here it's interesting. You're going to be traveling away. Make sure you are going to travel, but watch the delays though. Watch the delays. That's why I get here a little bit. So make sure you've got travel insurance. And Wheel of Fortune. I'll tell you what, life, destiny, where you're going, love life, romance, everything where you're going here, keep on going. Keep on going. You're doing a good job there. You're doing a fantastic job. You're going in the right direction. And I feel here as you get towards the end of the year, it's very, very good. And also here, I said 100%. Thank you very much. Also here, she wants to say to me here, she says, news of another baby towards the end of the year. News of another baby towards the end of the year. You'll be very happy. Nappies and all that, you know. Yes, that's good, isn't it? Anyway, let's go back. So hopefully that's kept you happy and cheerful. So one particular job is going to come up around August, September time, which is a fairly good job. It's similar to one you're doing, but it's sort of sidestepping. The job you really are going to feel inspired with, really, really good, is right at the end of the year. And you'll be saying, oops, sorry, people, I'm going. Okay, right. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the feed here. Okay, Tonya, let's come up to you here. You've gone for, I'm just trying to look for your colour first of all. Yeah, blue, the daughter. He actually wrote further down the feed here to say that she's a bit lost at the moment. Okay, she needs a sat nav. She needs a map. Then let me find out where we are. Yes, compass, that's it. Anyway, right, let's have a little look here. I love your little thumbnail there. You look very, very lovely. Very, very lovely looking lady. So lovely to see you. And right, so who am I picking up here? Where am I going? Okay, so who'd like playing music, please? Who is the person who I hear music from the spirit world? Hear music from the spirit world, first of all. I want to hear drums. I want to hear bashing of drums here, and I want to hear liveliness. And would you understand here that sometimes in the past you used to be the life and the soul of things here? Would you understand you sort of, whoa, this is lost a little bit, but your mojo used to be up there. But that's coming back. And I feel you're redefining yourself about yourself here. And sometimes we go through the phases in ourselves. Although I'm supposed to read for your daughter, I'm picking up on you. That I feel here that you're redefining yourself. But first of all, you're going through, what is all this? Who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? What's right? What's wrong? And trying to get a bearing here. And so what we're doing is we're thinking our heads too much that we've got to make a decision, got to change our lives. And really in our hearts is guiding us where to go. And that's where I feel here, if you just go with the flow with this a little bit, Tonya, it's going to show you where you need to go. Now, it's about you coming back into your own power. Would you understand? This sounds, yes, you're coming back into your own power, your own strength. And I've got a few people here. There is a lady here, right. little bit on a sensitive side. There's a lady here who passed over. She says she didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye to you, but she's on your mother's side of your family. I pick up here. She didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye, and she wants to say, look, she hasn't really left here. There were things about family, she said here, before they passed over, things that were left unsaid here. There's a leader clear of energy. It's like you've been hurt here. And she just wants to come over, and they just come over to say to you here that it said that you blessings, healing. You've also got a spirit guide with you as well, because you're a bit on the psychic side too, because you've got this Indian with you, this Indian who's also running around you, but also helping you to go forwards, here. So it's almost like as a sign here would say, yes, call all angels, hold them in your heart, they will hold your hand. The angels are holding your hand. They really are. And but looking at your daughter, let's just have a little look and see where we're going. Right. Yes, sometimes we listen too much to other people, Tanya, and sometimes we just need to be in ourselves and feel that light of love within our hearts, our own selves here. So let's have a look. That's going to cut the pack into 3 piles. I'm going to go left, middle, and the right. Looking now, if I look towards your daughter here, and I go for the middle pile with her, would you understand here? Well, yeah, if she's lost, A, I pick up tears. B, I pick up here that she feels that her life in some respects has gone all wrong. But what I would say to her to do here is sometimes what happens is, this is what I pick up your daughter, is when something is wrong, it feels like it's permanently wrong. It's a permanent thing. It's not a permanent thing. It's just a time thing here. So what I would like to say to you here is this energy that you're going through at this present time, Tanya, do just say to your daughter here, look, you're going to get through this, you're going to get stronger. Yes, she's lost, but she will soon change her direction. And I'm just being shown here September. And also here, I've got to say here, would you understand she's been hanging on to the wrong people in her life? No offense to other people, but I just feel here sometimes things get a bit exhausted. She's been hanging on to the wrong people. It's almost like a need to let go. You know, sometimes when we overdo things to the point we become emotionally and mentally exhausted. And this is what's happening, I feel is happening here. They're telling me here to say to you that she's been holding on to this energy, and really what she just needs to do is actually be in yourself, be in your own power, be in your own energy, be in your own divine being, your own self here, because that's where the love starts and that's where the love begins. Now she's going to get, she said there's a new job coming in front of her, and there's something that she would like to do by herself. So there's a job she would like to do. Is there hairdressing around somewhere? Who's the hairdresser? Who's the hairdressing? Just pick up hairdressing here somewhere. And I just pick up here, there's something amazing coming up for her. And yes, let's just see here. Let's just see. But okay, I'm just looking here at the cards and see what they're bringing through, Tanya. And right, okay. Yes, I feel here, first of all, that she's, whoops, back. I'm back. She's trying to... she's in a power to herself. She is a powerful woman. But what we're doing here is we're exhausting ourselves by giving power to everybody else. And if she was to focus on this here, that's what I pick up here. She'll be back in her power, back in her good place. So I pick up there, Tanya. So yes, amazing. Good. Well, I'm glad. Yes. Now I think here for you, you're going to be seeing your life change, but it's almost a bit of synchronicity, both your daughter and yourself, and loads and loads of love over there for the spirit world. So that's nice. I feel that there. And but I am understanding that before people passed away, things weren't particularly easy, or things weren't said. And I just got this lady who says here that she did get the opportunity to say goodbye. She was very ill. She just shows me a very big illness. But I just, yes. It is all good stuff. It is all good stuff if we face up to ourselves and love ourselves. That's where the good stuff starts. Where could we go wrong if we're in our true selves? So, yes, let's just see it. Okay, let's come up to, I think Cheryl dropped a little nudge in. She wanted to say hello. Cheryl said, Gray, general reading. Sounds like she's in the army, doesn't it? General reading is like a captain reading or corporal reading, major reading. Yes, but now we've got a general reading. Okay, general. Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, madam. Yeah. Okay, I didn't realise Cheryl was a general. There you go. Right. Okay, so let's have a look here. Cheryl, if I was to pick up on you here, I've got 1, 2, 3 spirits wanted to come over to say hello to you. One of them is your grandmother. One is your grandmother here. Another one is your. You just told me here. I've got a uncle who's here. Uncle's here, and I also want to pick up someone else who's coming over. Now, would you understand who's this now? A very good friend of yours passed over. I'm just trying to pick up her further about her details. She says here that I get the feeling. She says yes, sir. I get a feeling here. Would you have understood a lady who? Yes, she wasn't old. She was a friend to you, she tells me here, and that she had an illness herself which was non-recoverable from. And she's just saying here, she says that she became more humble towards the end of her life and accepted this. But a lot of other people couldn't accept that she was actually going to pass. But she's come through for you. She wants to say the L name. L name. So I want to go like a Linda, someone like this here. But she just give me an L name. And she just says, oh, yes, you go a bit closer, a bit warmer towards me now. And she wants to give you loads of cherries and loads of hearts. See, we've even got little hearts just up here. See that? See that? See, music and hearts, loads of love. So, yes, press those hearts there. Okay, right. So I feel here, yes. So I tell you, this particular lady, she's shining through around you. First of all, what she wants to say here, she says here, just play with time. You're being very guided by a beautiful man in the spirit world who's connected on your family side. Where this is, I'm just trying to pick up who this is, but you're being very guided by a gentleman who's helping you. Be careful about expense at the moment, even to do with cars and things like this. Cars and things like this are just here to say, ooh, just take care of it a little bit. But I got that energy. I'm also picking up here to say to you, she just would like to say here, she says, loads of warming good news that comes up through August here, even more to come up. Right, and things like this. Yes. Right, she just even more warming news is going to come up. That is what I pick up for you. Warming news here, which is going to bring a bit of prosperity your way. And also here, I would like to say 3 cards have just popped out. I'm going to have a look at these because they've just popped out for you. Yes. Strength. You're going to get stronger. You're going to feel strong within yourself. Money is going to get a lot better. You're going to feel more energy, especially with what I like here, especially with other ideals, friendships, people coming in with inspiration, ideas, things like this here, and a sense of freedom. So this is going to be you emotionally letting go of the past. Emotionally letting go of the past a lot easier for you to invite positivity to come into the future here. And they are telling me about another car. So there's another car coming for you, but they're just happy with this. Looks lovely. And I think here is about you sleeping better and about you eating better and about you feeling more at peace. And she says, brilliant. Isn't that lovely? I say brilliant. Okay, how's that? Yes, okay. This lovely lady here just says that she's so happy to come through for you, but and she's about to go, but she just said here that she's very happy over there. She's all right, but she sends loads of love to you. Lydia says, Phil, I had a bird, I think, in my chimney. I'm scared that it means that someone will die in my house. Is that true? No. Just thank God you didn't have the fire on at the time. One hot bird. Right, okay, so what I pick up here to say to you is, Lydia, I would say here straight away, no. In fact, I can look at the cards, not because someone's going to pass over, but because I feel there's warmer news coming in front of you. Yes. Okay, let's have a quick look here. Yeah, I just pick up this warmer news to come up for you. And, yes, money's going to be looking a lot better. Cars are going to be looking a lot better. And sometimes here you're wondering about properties, where you're going, what you're going to be doing. It's fine. No, I'm not here to ever suggest that someone's going to pass over. But no, I know people always do, but not in relationship to this. Got nothing. It was, unfortunately. But sometimes when you have a bird in the chimney, it's also a blessing. A blessing. I'll turn this around to a blessing, actually. Yes, that's what I'm picking up from up there. A blessing. Camila says, beautiful reading. Oh, thank you so much, Camila. That's very nice of you. And, okay. Okay, right. Let's go and have a look at a few more people coming through. Let's just put my glasses on here. Just have a butchers. Tonya says here, just read first, since our Tuesday reading, things have happened. Good. Fate. Yes, but I'm being patient. Yes. Patience. Patience. And Bev Angus says, just back from a holiday. Nice to see you. Also nice you had a holiday. It's been difficult times, isn't it, sometimes? Yvette Tyler says, Phil, looking to hear something from my ex, Mill. She passed a year ago. I miss her a lot. So do both her granddaughters. Let's have a little look here. Right. Why have I got to talk about swans? And why have I got to talk about parks and lakes and things like this? I don't know if you've been there recently, what's going on here, but I pick up parks, I pick up swans. I'll also pick up here to say to you, would you understand here about finding things around you, whether it's feathers or little signs that let you know that they're there? Right, I also pick up here as well. To say to you, would you understand if I say to you that something about you health-wise, I'm not a doctor and I'm not even going to put myself in that position, but your health-wise is slowly changing for the better. Be guided by the health veteran, whatever's going on here, but I just pick up health picking up. And although this is, though you miss Mill a lot, I pick up here that I'm just waiting to hear something actually. Would you understand here that, thank you very much. This is why I'm doing this. Would you understand something like feeling around your ears, either ear? Because what I'm picking up here, sense for the spirit world, they're trying to come through and strike your ears. And I'm also picking up for them as well that they, if I looked at Mill here, okay, I'm just trying to feel this. There's, I cannot force them through. If they don't want to come through, I cannot force them through. And I would like to say, though, would you understand about food, please? Would you understand Mill and food? Would you understand here big appetite? And would you understand here about needing to rest? You rest a lot. Would you understand here chatterbox? And would you understand here about roses, flowers, and something which resembles love in guidance towards Mill through flowers? This, whether ashes have been put there or whatever, I'm really guided to put this. Right. Mother-in-law, Mill. My ex-mother-in-law. So what I'm picking up here, would you understand here? I love that, Mill. I was trying to think, who the hell was Mill? Anyway, right, sorry. But what I pick up here is that, would you understand here about chatterbox? Would you understand here? Okay. Would you understand here about going through an amazing time to come up in front for you? Amazing time. I just want to pick up here. I want to pick up a lovely time to come up in front. If I pick up your mother-in-law here, I also feel here that she just wants to give this lovely energy to you, this beautiful energy to you, to say here that I think you've got quite a lovely few months coming in front of you. But she just gave me this lovely swan. If there's something you would understand about the swan, fantastic. Okay. We've got someone coming on here who's trying to solicit readings. Please do not, in any way, shape, or form, respond to this person. If anybody asks you to do inbox you for reading, no. It's unfortunately we've got a stray there. Sometimes we get these and we just ignore them. Okay, let's go on here, and I would like to go back to, let's go and have a look here. Let's go back to Remy Sims. So Phil, I'm trying to hear something about my future, feeling a bit lost. Feel a bit something about my future. Trying to hear something about my future, feeling a bit lost. Pink. Pink. Really, one thing I'd like to say to you here, first of all, here is would you understand if I said to you here that you're going through a process of beautiful change about yourself? Would you understand if I said to you here, you are coming to the end of the phase where you used to go out there to make everyone else happy or do everything to work on everybody else rather than yourself? Run yourself. This is very strong energy I've got coming through here, and I've got a gentleman here who wants to come through. He tells me he was a very, very strong man. He's got there's something wrong with his voice box. He's just telling me here, something went wrong with his voice because his voice is very husky in some respects here. So I'd just like to say to you, this guy's coming over, and I think I would say to you here that if I was to look about your future, feeling a bit lost, he's saying to me here that the future, in some respects, here is saying here there's a letting go of old ways and just stepping into. Now, if I stepped into the new with you, I would be looking at guiding yourself through inspiration, through imagination, rather than focusing on. And I'm not saying you're doing this directly, rather focusing on money, rather focusing on being too strong, anything like this. I would focus on inspiration, intuition, and going that way. Your color pink is very protective. So nothing really wrong is going to happen. Nothing really wrong is going to come around you. I also feel here too that the way emotionally you come across to people, the way you respond to relationships is also changing. Because what you're doing here, I feel what you're doing is that you're actually finding now the true soul in people. The true soul in yourself and the true soul in people. There's a very spiritual side to you and a very hurt side that was the past here. Very hurt here. And sometimes you've been very defensive here. It's been like a shield around you that people see you as an image rather than as actually who you are. And this is changing. This is changing now, but I feel the real side is coming out and that image is falling away. And actually you're going to really like you, really love you here. And there's, oh my goodness, loads and loads and loads of travel coming up. Loads of it. You'll go, wow, all this? Yes, you'll be traveling a great deal. You'll come out with a confidence here that brings out doing something for yourself. Very, very strong within yourself. Yes. And I feel here what will then happen around you will be something incredible. And I think you'd be so happy at what you're doing in your life. But it comes out from your heart and it starts with you. And isn't it lovely? I think that when we start in ourselves, that's where the magic is. It's never to do with something external. It's almost as though here, and I don't mean to be rude or offensive here. What you understand is like you were trying to be someone else or something else in the event that this may help you. It didn't work. It didn't work. In fact, if anything here, it created more hurt than what it was worth. And yet you'll be in a far better place by coming out from you. Oh, it's going to be lovely. I just pick up here. When you do that, you're going to be such a happy soul. Such a happy soul. And yes, so that's what I pick up here on that. And she just says, amazing truth, she says here. Thank you, Phil. And she also says, wow. So that's always very nice, getting a bit of feedback. So, Remy, yes, please tell other people about this show, Café Clairvoyance, and you'll find us all the details there. Right. Okay. I am just looking for, okay, where am I going back here? I'm just going to go back and look for the next reading that's coming up, actually. Just scrolling through here. Right, okie dokie. I would like to come back to, right, no, already been there. Right, let's go and find here. Let's go and give Eleni a little message here. Let's go and give Eleni a little message. Hello, Eleni. Hope you are well. Okay, let's have a look here. Manita, I'm going to come on to you in just a second. Manita, it'd be nice to talk to you as well. Oh, so happy. Yes, you should be. Yes, you should be, Remy. You should be. Because I think here, when you start from yourself, that's where the happiness is. That's where the light is, the love starts. All the other stuff here, unfortunately, if I could say this without offending you, was plastic, wasn't it? It was plastic. It wasn't real. Now you're going to be you, and now you're going to be super strong, and now you're going to be just where you want to be here. I do understand here you want to be successful and creative and wonderful in yourself here. So great. Oh, so happy. So you should be. Yes. And right. Just coming back on this, they can't leave you here, despite the opposition from people around you, from you being honestly, wholeheartedly being yourself. By the time you get through to October, you'll be so happy that you came out to be the real you. There you go. All right, so let's have a look here. Ellie. She says, hi. Let's just do a little reading for Ellie because she's such a lovely soul. And I've just cut the pack into 3 piles here. I'm going to go for the middle. And Ellie, let's see what comes up for you. And as I'm talking, a gentleman wants to come boom, straight into the reading. In fact, every time they're here, I've got to take my glasses off. because I can't feel them with glasses on so much. I feel, yes. Do my Specsavers don't make glasses for mediums. Remy, also, let us know where you're from, Remy. Let us know where you're from there. Right, okay, let's have a little look here. Let's have a little look. Right, okay. Right, okay. Change is afoot. The Tower card. Bang. Okay. You're thinking, oh no, I didn't ask for this. Well, actually, it's good because what it does, it ends waiting around. It ends stress. Ends stress here. And you start to look at where you want to go in your lives here. That's what it does. So sometimes here is actually, sometimes here, this is what I like to say here. This is what I like to say here. I would like to say to you, there, Ellie, that sometimes for all that we've been aiming for, don't put yourself into a position. Don't put yourself into a position where we want to aim for something. Then sometimes when it comes up, and then go, oh, I don't know if I want this now. Don't want this now. Now, actually, you do, because it's just change, isn't it? It's just change. And yes, so your heart's desire is one thing, but the reality is like, oh my God, it's here. Well, actually, step into the reality. This is what this is saying. Yes. Right. Okay. This is what Paul says. Paul says, I blocked him. This is the chap who's trying to get through to additional reads. Can you not do the same? Yes, I'm sure we know how to do that. We'll find a way to do that anyway. Yes. Okay. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. The people you have to put up with on a Sunday afternoon. Anyway, yes, so that's what I say to you there. Now, Tracy has come through and she said, Tracy, colour indigo, life change happening at the moment. Yes, it's indigo. I like this colour here because this is very karmic around you. And the karmic energy that I pick up around you here, Tracy, is interesting here is because... I've got a lovely spirit that wants to come over here, and I'm picking up very much on your mother's side of your family, very much on your mother's side. Lovely. She's right above me, so she's very close to you, very, very close. This lady here is very, very close, and she would like to say to me here. In fact, just get more information. I want to go M or N to do with a name. M or N. I'm just getting these energies here to do with their Tracy. M or N. And would you understand here if I say to you here, she's just saying, whoa, would you understand emotional change going on in your life? It's like your heart is being taken on a roller coaster ride, and yet to put the brakes on and stop this wouldn't be a good idea. The ideal here would be is to keep doing this, to keep pushing and just allowing the roller coaster to play itself out. And I pick up here, if you do this, then magic, fantastic. But I do pick up emotion, commotion. So that's like a song there somewhere, I'm sure there is. And yes, but she's showing me this at this very moment in time. But let's just have a look here. Right, okay, just finishing the shuffle of the cards for you. Let's have a look here. Right, 3 piles of cards left I'm going for, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say to you here, Oh. Believe in the power of you. Believe in the power of change. Believe in the power of you. Believe in the power of your friendships around you. And believe in the power of love coming up. Now, love coming up is going to be a big thing. And I pick up here that sometimes this is what I say to you here. We think, because we like to think here, okay, I'm going to do this part in my life now. And then maybe next year I'll do such and such. And maybe 2 years later, I'll do such and such. Okay, or we'd like to do something or feel something, experience something here. No. The universe isn't doing that around you. Your cards, your energies are saying here, you have this month, next month is going to be that, and the following couple of months is going to be that. So watch the transition of changes coming through at the universe's rate, not Tracy's rate. So this is why I just picked this up here. Okay, right. And let's just come back to Manita. Manita says, when will I get the love of my life, and how will it be as a person? Manita, the first thing I'd like to say here to you is that yes, you can meet loves of your life, but are they the loves of your life? Are they the real love that you really want here? Would you understand, Manita, that you're going through a lot of transition, a lot of change in yourself, and that I feel here too, there's been a lot of oppression around you, a lot of oppression or control, which especially we're in the past here. So you're redefining yourself. My guidance around you here to say to you is to not rush anything about your love life. Not one little bit. Do not rush. My energies here that I've been guided to say to you here is to go for friendships around you. Be around people that help you to grow. And then you're going to be a stronger place. Manita, if you get too quickly involved with someone, then it won't work. Later on here, you'll be with a man, very dark-haired man, taller than you. And I also pick up here who will be, will understand you very lovingly. But there's a lot of things about yourself you understand, Manita, that you wish to clear up first of all. But once you've done that, you're then in a very good place. Very good place. And hopefully that's helps you guys. And yes. So that's what I say to do that. Now, Melissa's just joined us. Hello, Melissa. Melissa, very nice to meet you. And we're coming to that part of I absolutely understand. Good, because I think Melissa, I think Manita, if you go through this, in fact, I'll even use the cards on this here. I absolutely understand. Let's have a look here, because I pick up here. You're a lovely soul, lovely of a soul, and I think there's this old regime, the old control, the old patriarchy, which is coming away for you to be more free yourself. Be in your freedom here, and that's. Let me look here. Right. Left, middle and right. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to go for the left. Your left cards are come up here to say here. Yes, you've actually broken away from someone actually, and it looks like you're going to be in a better place. A better place. You've actually come away. You actually come away from a relationship, and actually someone who is very controlling, intimidating around you. Whoa, we need a breath of fresh air. We come to that time in the show where we're coming to the end. However, Melissa, I would say for you not to be too despondent here. I love your little pin now there. Love your smiling face. I've had a loss over the years, and now my sleep is really bad at the moment. Will I ever feel better again? Melissa, if you're about on Tuesday night, which is 9 o'clock in Spain, 8 o'clock in Spain, 7 o'clock in the UK, please jump on the show again, because my good friend Helen Grady will be joining me. We're both mediums there working on a show. It'd be lovely if you could join us, so we'd love to get the message across to you then. But we've come to the end, unfortunately. But Sally says, I can't wait for the Tuesday show. Bye, everyone. Also, just let you guys know here that we're on YouTube. We're also on Facebook, and we are on Tuesday. Tuesday is set at 8 o'clock Spain, 7 o'clock in the UK. And also on Wednesday morning, we will be on at 11 o'clock Spain, 10 o'clock UK. And all details are on the Facebook site there, as you find. And if you want to catch up this video, just go onto YouTube or Facebook after the show, and you can rewatch it again. Oh, what more harmony can we bring you? Can we bring you anything else here? So absolutely fabulous. And she says, okay, thank you. Oh, bless you. Okay, thank you to you too. Karen Cava says, a lovely show again. Take care. See you all next time. Sally Mardell says, bye, and cannot wait for Tuesday. And Susanna is Ellie says, thank you, and so on and so forth here. But just say to you guys here, wonderful evening to chat to you guys. And don't forget, astrologically, this week here, sometimes here, be the spectator. Don't be the one participating on a running track until you're sure. Let people show their true colours. Let people come out in that particular way there. But I wish you a wonderful week. Take care. Loads of love, and see you soon. Oh yes, just before we go, love, burger. Love, burger. See, big hearts and burgers. They're all the same. Take care, guys. See you very soon.